For the first time since 2021, Mike Helfer's Blazers are finishing the season, having qualified for the NCAA tournament. As for that unmemorable start, well, Valdosta State spent the first 6 weeks of the year practically off the radar. This marks the third of 8 straight SEC opponents for Georgia, so the road not getting any easier. But with the win, it did extend their home win streak to 27. That's the longest active in FBS. Well, the road to Omaha officially underway, and it runs through Athens. If you're stepping up to the plate this weekend, you love the location. Pitchers, not so much. Foley Field, a hitter's ballpark, no doubt. It doesn't help the Dogs lead the nation in homers. On a positive note, the Vikings don't turn over nearly as much talent on their roster as they did last season, and they still made it to the state playoffs this year. So a bright future ahead for what is now considered a powerhouse program in Titletown. What if I told you a team that lost 3 pivotal pieces of their offense? I'm talking a group that made up 37% of their historic run production last season. One of the guys even being a Golden Spikes Award winner. Turned out to be, well, even better without them. You probably wouldn't believe me, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2025 Georgia Bulldogs. And earlier you heard Kirby Smart talk about the gauntlet of a schedule. Well, to put things into perspective, Georgia's now played more ranked teams than Oregon, Penn State, Miami, Texas, and Indiana combined. Tremaine Jackson said, listen, Sammy Edwards was still trying to figure out who Sammy was at the time. Well, this year, he knew exactly who he was. He accounted for all 6 touchdowns, 5 through the air, 1 on the ground. A completely different story than last season. When you think of Hampton, what comes to mind? Pools, beaches, relaxation. Yeah, maybe in New York. Not here in Georgia. Atlanta Motor Speedway, located in Hampton. The Am Better Health 400 on Sunday proved it's known for anything but a calm day. Yeah, Aaron, I think you and everyone in this building, you actually just missed all the buses go by with TCC. They're headed downtown for their parade, but on the Thomasville side, they just couldn't win the battle up front. Meet Emery Cochran, the senior at Thomasville High School. In the fall, you can find her on the hardwood as a part of the volleyball team. But when the temperatures begin to rise again and the flowers spring, so does Cochran to the pitch.
I think my favorite aspect of it is definitely like the family you get from it, the team. I get 20 extra girls that I become best friends with because we spend 3 hours a day, every day for like 5 months together.
Cochran isn't with her chosen family. She's working on her studies to help boost her A+ average. While it's no easy feat, Cochran has mastered the formula to get it done.
There's a lot of like late nights where you're really stressed and wondering how you're supposed to do it, but I think the best thing is like time management, staying organized, staying ahead.
She may rock the number 2 on her jersey, but nothing about her game is second best. Cochran is undefeated in region play this season on both the volleyball and soccer team. Her success in athletics has led to many lessons, including some to use in her academics.
You give like 100% in everything you do. When you're on the field, you got to play 100%, you got to practice 100% if you want to win and accomplish your goal. And it's the same thing in the classroom. If you want to maintain that good grade, a good GPA, get into the college you want, you got to give 100% in everything you do.
In the fall of 2025, Cochran will take those lessons to a very familiar place in Athens, where she'll swap out the red and gold for the red and black.
My whole bloodline is basically on UGA. I have 2 siblings there, my parents. I've grown up a dog in Athens forever, so UGA was like the best thing to happen this year. I'm pumped.
3rd time's the charm. At least the Vikings are hoping it's going to be. For the 3rd consecutive season, Lowndes is headed to the state championship. Following back-to-back state titles, 2025 was what many thought would be a rebuild year for the Vikings, considering the graduation of 2/3 of its starting lineup. Despite it, head coach Ryan Page knew the roster brought the pieces, it just needed assembling.
About halfway through region, we started seeing some things start clicking with our hitters and doing some things and some buy-in is when we started realizing, okay, if we can continue to grow and get better, we'll have a legit shot.
After losing 3 straight to start April, the Vikings won 6 of their next 7, locking up home field advantage for the postseason, something guys like senior Coleman Lewis and junior Cason Fletcher have become accustomed to.
I just knew that if we just stayed positive, kept going in the right direction, then I just knew that we would have a good year and just make it far, and that's what we've done.
We started off the year and we weren't the team that we knew we could be, and then over the course of the season and over the course of winning region and having that title to our name, we came together.
The Vikings faced a tough regular season schedule. That trend continued in the playoffs. This time, they were battle-tested, and it showed. Besides Cherokee in the opening round, the Vikings swept all 3 remaining opponents, including the 9th-ranked team in the country, Etowah.
When we get to that 3rd game at some point in time, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, that bullpen will be well rested and not used a lot. So hopefully we just continue the trend we've been doing. That would be outstanding.
A well-rested bullpen will just be one key for the Vikings as they face Walton in the title game.
You know, they do all 3 phases really well. Not excellent at either one of them, similar to us. They're really good at all of them.
So hopefully we keep what we have going, and we'll see who's the better team.
It's going to be tough, but I think that if we show out and play how we should, then we should be good.
As for who's the better team, that'll be decided on Tuesday. But one thing's for sure, you'll see a lot of blonde at the ballpark. The Vikings say the new do has worked the past 2 years. Why not make it 3? Reporting in Valdosta, Janyre Cooper, WALB Sports.